Right guys, macaron. So, it's been a little while I haven't made them. I've never done them in this little bakery setup. But I've been asked quite a lot by the customer, by some comments. So let's do those macaron. Hopefully it will work well. But you need some trays which are quite flat, very flat as possible. Because if they are a bit bent, like those ones, slightly bent, I don't have proper straight trays, so we're gonna try to manage that. But that means it will leak sideways, when it grows, when the mushroom grow, it will cook sideways because of the bent. So we'll try. Hopefully there will be few coming out properly. Right, recipe. So ground almond. Let's see if it's fine enough. If it's not too fine, you can always blitz it in a rubber cup, make it a bit thinner. So a small recipe, let's do 225 ground almond. Yeah, it's quite thin, it's alright. It's very, very thin. In there, we need the same amount of icing sugar. Plus an extra of 45 grams. Into a mixing bowl, I'm gonna mix this with the machine. I can do it by hand, but at least it's done, Right, in there, 75 grams of egg white. So it has to be quite precise because it's a small recipe. When it's a big recipe, you can, go over 10 grams. It's not a big deal. Right, everything in there, paddle. First mix it by hand. So that's gonna create a marzipan almond paste. Mix it in there. Okay, that's mixing nicely. We need the sugar syrup for the Italian meringue. So here we're gonna need 50 grams of water. Whoa. There. And 112 castor sugar. There. Okay, this is beautiful. That's ready. Sugar syrup on the stove. Low heat for now. We want it boil at 118 degrees. So this paste, we're gonna transfer it into a larger bowl. There you go. Need the scraper in there. I'm gonna give a good clean to this because now we're gonna do the meringue. So nicely and degrease. Otherwise the egg white will never whip. If it's a tiny bit of grease, no good. 80 grams of egg white. So for this quantity of sugar syrup, that's gonna go in the mixing machine, ready to go. And here we are waiting for our syrup. So when it reach 114, we start the egg white. So it start moussy, and then the sugar syrup will reach 118. It's at this time you pour it. Right. I'm removing my syrup on the side because it will carry on cooking. Okay, that's 118, so that's good. I'm just waiting for the egg white. The egg whites are whipped now, so I can pour the syrup. To the last drop of syrup. But now you see all the sugar has been sticking all around the bowl because of the whisking. So we have splat all the sugar syrup on the side. Can you see? So this is not good. So we're gonna torch all around the side. So we will melt the sugar down back into the egg white. Okay, be careful, it's very hot. I'm just gonna help it to scrape with the whisk, collect all that syrup. There we go. And now we can let it. Okay, and now we're gonna just let it cool down a little bit. And you'll be able to use it. Alright, so the meringue is still a bit warm, but it's well mixed, so it's okay, we can use it like that. So we take a bit of meringue and mix it through this almond paste. So this will take a little while for the first few scoop of meringue. Once it's loosed up, then it's become easy. Much easier now. Let's put the rest of the meringue inside. use a marise to finish it off. There you go. So if you want to color it, some people will put the color in the meringue, but I think if you don't have any weighted up ingredients for the coloring, better to adjust it right at the end like that. When you have this mix, put some colorant, but powder colorant, so it doesn't affect the consistency, and it's very powerful. So you just put and mix it very gently. You want to keep the meringue and the air together. Don't make it too flat, otherwise it will be a too runny mix, and then it won't work so well. Alright, but I'm just gonna keep it as it is, white or cream, almond color. Let's pipe it. Alright, so I'm gonna take my bent tray. Let's put little bit on the tray to stick the paper down. So the best bit as well is to use those rubber mats. So it's nice and solid and flat, and it's good to make macaron with. But let's try with paper. Little bit in my piping bag. Not too much. Now we're gonna pipe it with the piping bag straight. If you do it sideways, well, it could work, but I've always been told keep the piping bag straight, so the macaron fit will be even. So then you're doing the size you want. To be fair, I could have blitzed my ground almond. You can see the piece of chunk of almond, which can be quite nice, to be fair. You have a bit of a almond chunk. Right. So when you have piped it all like that, we're gonna bend the tray. So it sits nicely and even. So this now, we're gonna let it dry outside until it creates a little crust on top. By the touch, it will be crusty and not sticky anymore. Right now, you touch this one. You touch and it's sticky, you see? So you want it nice and dry, and then we will bake it. Right, there you go, guys. Nice and crusty. I can touch it. It's not sticky. You can press. It's very crusty. So that's gonna go in the oven now, 160 degrees, usually for 12 minutes. So let's see what happens. Finger crossed. moment of truth. I think he has done it. Look at this. Can you see the feet? Let's see if it's cooked. Lift up the paper gently. It feels a bit sticky still, so we're gonna give it another 2 minutes. Alright, the 2 minutes has gone now. Yeah, perfect. Yes, yes. So the things to do now is to take them out of the tray. So it stops the cooking, otherwise they might dry. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Look at those. Nice little feet, yeah? Well, we're gonna let them cool down and then we can garnish it with anything we like. I was thinking the white could be with a dark chocolate ganache, so it makes a nice contrast. So I could just powder it with a bit of cocoa powder just to decorate it. If it's yellow, you do with lemon curd or passion fruit curd. Doing it with curds or ganaches is much better than buttercream that you see everywhere because it's already quite sweet, so you want to balance out the whole sweetness. So yeah, that's it guys. I'm pretty pleased with it. It works with a bent tray and parchment paper, so they smell so good.